Saturday in September. I don't know, but we moving right along into September. I do know that. And we have a very special guest with us today by the name of Jasmin
Hey,
Tia.
hey.
Jasmine's in the building. Now, let me just tell you, Jasmine is a very special young lady. She is a holistic wellness coach, and that is a mouthful. Holistic wellness, So, we're going to learn all about holistic wellness. But before we do that, I need to let you know that this episode is sponsored in part by the groundbreaking book presented by P. Coffee Brown, Why He Married Her and Played Me, 9 Secrets to What He's Thinking. That's co-authored by Stoner Radio's own Darren Baker, and pre-sale copies are available now. So hit up your boy Darren Baker to get your copy, and I heard he would even autograph it for you. So you guys reach out to Darren. I know you want to know why he married her and played me. I know you want to know, so get the book. So, without any further ado, Jasmine, how are you? Tell us
I
a
am
little bit
doing
about
well,
yourself.
So a little bit about me. Basically, overall, I'm just a holistic wellness coach, and I have been diagnosed with 4 life-changing diseases that led me to this path that I'm on now, helping women overcome chronic pain naturally.
Wow, she didn't say one life changing illness, she said four. Share a little bit about that with us, whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
Of course, I'm very open with my story because it helps others. So first, I started being diagnosed around the age of 21, dealing with unexplained pain, just chronic pain, not knowing exactly what's going on. Nothing happened to me. I'm just like, what is this coming from? Where is this coming from? Why am I swollen? Why is this? Why is that? Well, we go to the doctor's office and started the long journey to figuring out what was wrong with me.
Mm.
Coming from diagnosis after diagnosis, then going to one doctor after another doctor. It was crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes, ma'am. I have 4 different autoimmune diseases, all dealing with inflammation. And that is rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto thyroiditis, ankylosing spondylitis, and also fibromyalgia.
I'm not going to even lie. I thought she was speaking another language for a minute. She said Hashimoto. I didn't catch the rest, but I heard that part. Wow. I mean, that is huge. So how did you feel when you first got all this news?
I didn't know how to feel.
Yeah.
I did not know how to feel. It was just so overwhelming. And it's like, I just became an adult. I'm just starting to get out there and make a name for myself and work. And I'm just like, all of a sudden, everything's taken away from me at one time.
Right.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, that's had to be, scary. You had to feel like, I don't know what I should do now. And you're young.
Mm-hmm.
So you took a proactive approach. You decided, I'm going to take my wellness into my own hands and figure out how to fix this.
Yes. At the beginning, it wasn't as proactive as I should have been, in my opinion. At the beginning, it was me just doing what we all know what to do. Go to the doctor. Is something wrong? Go to the doctor. I've been in and out the doctor's office my whole entire life. So that's just what I did. Go to the doctor. Well, I just got tired of the doctors giving me the runaround. No one can tell me clear answers. One doctor tell me this, another doctor say, oh, no, you don't have this, you got this. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Yeah. My patience getting low.
Right.
What do I have? What is wrong with me? And I could never figure out what was wrong with me. And so during that journey, my mental state declined very drastically, very quickly, because I was like 21, 22, not knowing how to navigate the world already.
Right.
And now I'm sitting here trying to navigate with pain and like mental issues that really, really hurt a lot of aspects in my life.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, I got to do something now. And so I was trying not to do the pain medication because I never did like pills.
Right.
I was never a pill person like that. And so I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to take this. I don't want to take this. So we kept trying to find different routes to go, and me not wanting to take their medicine. I've had doctors tell me they couldn't treat me because they would not change the medicine that I was on. Because being in and out of the hospitals and being sick all your life, you know what kind of work with your body because you've been on medicine almost your entire life.
Right.
So I'm just like, okay, this not working. Give me something else. Because I was also diagnosed with the shingles in my early 21 age, on my face actually.
Shingles.
Yes.
So I think we associate shingles with older aged people.
Yeah. All of my diagnoses are for older aged people traditionally. That's why it was a even more headache because they would not believe my symptoms. I'm like, I'm telling you I got this, I'm telling you I got that. And I've had them looking at my blood work like, are you sure this your blood work? And I'm like, I mean, you took it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Wow. So what was the first thing you did when you said, okay, I'm going to handle this in a holistic way. I'm not going to rely on these medications. I really need to find a way to make myself well. What was the first step in doing that?
The very, very first step before there was even a company in the works was I knew to do green smoothies. I knew to add spinach inside of my smoothies. I'm like, okay, something has to be wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and do this because me and my mom at the beginning we were serial dieters, not knowing that a lot of my weight was from inflammation because I've always been a little thickums. So we sitting here doing these cereal diets. I'm like, okay, well, let's go back to the green smoothies. This green smoothies worked. I lost a little bit of weight, and I'm just like, the pain got managed just a very tad bit. And I'm like, okay, I'm on to something.
Right.
It worked for the green smoothies, but what's the next step? Because I was like I said, my mental state plummeted, and I'm oh my gosh, trying to not hold on strong. I mean, trying to hold on strong with not taking the pills. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna take the pills. Then started taking the pills, just still didn't work even more. So I'm like, okay, well, now I'm ready to go holistic. I'm just ready to fully dive on in because I don't like vegetables. I did not like eating healthy. So I was like, okay, I'm trying not to go holistic. I don't want to go. When you think of that, you think of vegan, vegetarian.
Right.
I wasn't going to be able to eat the vegetables. I'm like, okay, well, when you just so hopeless and you can't see past the next day. Well, I could not see past the next day. My pain literally crowded everything, every decision that I made, like everything. So I'm like, you know what? I throw in the towel. What I gotta do? I went to a natural doctor and she told me everything I couldn't do. And I was like, all right, well, what can I do?
Right. So explain, what does holistic mean? Because when I hear holistic, I think that means like clean eating, no processed foods, everything that's grown, something that is a natural product of the earth. And I also think no cocktails. Is that correct? Let us know.
Somewhat. So my definition, because we all have different definitions of when the word holistic. My definition is basically going back to the natural way of living.
Okay.
Before, America and the world has gotten so processed, before we started adding all these things to preserve food and make it go longer, back to how our grandparents used to eat. They used to have chickens and goats outside.
Right.
And they used to kill them and come eat them fresh.
Yes.
So holistic, in my opinion, is just getting things as fresh as possible, living naturally, doing things that's only going to help your body and heal your body instead of harming your body.
Yes. So what we have to do is not fall into the trap of convenience.
Yes.
Because most of us eat bad because it's more convenient. The processed foods is prepared for you, packaged for convenience, grab and go.
Yes. We need to go back before all the fast food restaurants even popped up. We need to go back to that.
Yes, and that is very difficult.
Very.
I mean, I'm not a fan of fast food, but I am a fan of Uber Eats. And I'm a fan of Cheesecake Factory. And I'm a fan of Maggiano's. Shout out to Maggiano's. But it's hard to eat naturally when your time is short. Give us some tips on, like, when you're busy and you're on the go, how can I eat naturally and holistically and healthy?
So the first step before you even try to attempt a holistic life is put your health first and put you first. Because if you're not going to dedicate yourself to you and put your health before anything else, it's not going to work.
Okay.
Because it is very demanding.
So, I think you're saying not just with your diet, but with everything.
Yes.
With everything in your life, make sure that you're putting yourself and your health as a priority.
Yes.
Okay.
That is a very big part when it comes to holistic. But at the beginning, when I was first starting out, I used to literally do anything. I remember I used to go to Salada because I don't eat vegetables. I used to go to Salada and try my best to eat a salad. And I'm like, oh, nasty. I would literally wrap a banana pepper inside of the spinach and eat it just because that was the only way I could eat. And so when it came to convenience, I was like, okay, I know I can eat some spinach. I'm gonna get a bag of spinach, put a little coconut oil on it, and put some fresh cracked pepper. Cool. I can eat that while I'm on the go as a snack to hold me over until I get home in order for me to actually cook a meal.
That sounds
I would
really
do
good.
a ton of meal preps. Like I would cook at the beginning of the week for the rest of the week. And a lot of times I ate the same thing just because I was eating for a purpose, not just to eat.
Right. And I think that is the main objective here. You have to know why you're doing it. Because if you're eating for taste or for, pleasure, this ain't it.
It's not.
This ain't it. I think if you are eating for your health and you're eating to live, which we all should be doing, you will find a way to make it work for you.
Oh, yes, you will.
Yeah. So I like your idea of with the spinach leaves, with coconut oil, putting them in a bag as a snack. I really like that. And hopefully people that are listening and tuned in will take that as a tip. Maybe that's a good starting point. How do we start with juicing? Because this is like a big thing that I know because I've talked to you before. This is a key to really taking charge of your health.
Yes. Juicing plays a really huge part, especially if you're like me with don't like vegetables. And people, how are you a holistic health coach and you don't like vegetables? I just am. And that is because of juicing. I don't like to eat the vegetables. I don't like the crunch. I don't like the texture, but I still need all the nutrients, all the enzymes, all the great benefits of vegetables. Therefore, I juice them because I can quickly down a glass of juice versus trying to sit at a table and eat some vegetables.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, and so juicing is the easiest way for you to get those nutrients in because you can do it however you need to. Some people, they can just gulp it down without tasting it. Me, I took a shot glass and just started taking shots of vegetable juice because I knew I had to get it down.
Yeah.
And over time, it's actually not that bad. Raw vegetables, because you juice them raw.
Okay.
Raw vegetables taste completely different than cooked vegetables.
That is true.
Yes. And so when you are juicing the raw vegetables, the natural flavorings coming out, and you will be surprised on what vegetables taste good together without even adding any sugars, fruits, or anything like
Any
that.
type of seasoning. So there is a difference in what type of juicers. I don't want to give away too much because I do want people to contact you, and because you can help people with coaching one-on-one with their juicing journey. So I do encourage you all to reach out to Jasmin, and you can find her on Facebook under JWU Holistic Healing, and she's also on Instagram. We're going to put that on the screen because I don't want to mess that one up.
Yes.
But she's on Instagram. We really want you guys to follow her and reach out to her because she can help you one-on-one with your journey in juicing. And she'll even provide the juice for you. Is that correct? Like you?
So when it comes to providing the juices at the beginning of my company, we were doing that just because we found the need for it. But as we're expanding, because juicing is only one part of the holistic lifestyle that we do and that we teach at JWU. It's really part of food, vitamins, juice, water, all of that stuff. So when it comes to juicing, we do provide all the knowledge that you need, but as far as providing actual juices anymore, we've kind of had to step back just because the demand for the actual coaching has outweighed the demand for juicing at the moment.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think if I was going to really juice, I would be saying, can y'all juice for me?
Yeah, it can be very time consuming.
Yeah, and then knowing what right machine to get. There's so many things on the market, and you don't know if you're getting the right thing. So I want to encourage you guys to reach out to Jasmin. She can help you on your journey to holistic health.
Yes.
So like you said, juicing is just a part of it. Can you tell us briefly some of the other parts?
Some of the other parts, which is a main part, is clean eating.
Okay.
Clean eating is a huge part. And when I say clean eating, I mean going back to, like I was saying earlier, how our grandparents used to eat. Stop eating all of these processed foods, the convenient foods. It is hurting us and is doing way more harm than good.
Right.
A lot of times we're not even sick. We're just sensitive to the things that are getting put inside of the foods.
Oh, I see.
And so that's why, there's this huge spike in autoimmune because it's like, well, we are not sick and they can't really diagnose us with something like so prevalent just because the symptoms are everywhere and they can't see it throughout the blood test. They can't see it throughout the other tests. And it's like, well, here you got fibromyalgia because I don't know what's wrong. Right. You just got fibromyalgia. And I'm like, Okay,
Yeah.
well, how am I sick? But you can't even tell me how am I sick.
Right. And what
So that's
caused my sickness?
we
Yeah.
just sensitive to the stuff that's going in our bodies, and we have to be more cautious and careful about what we're actually putting into our bodies.
And that makes a lot of sense because if you read the ingredients on a lot of the things we eat, it sounds kind of scary.
Yeah.
It's so many chemicals.
Oh yes.
It sounds like something that we shouldn't be putting in our
Oh, I
bodies.
always say if you can't read it, don't eat it.
And see, that would make it hard because
You
probably not eating most of the stuff in my cupboard right now because a lot of it does have those ingredients.
Mhm.
So, in transitioning for people who, and also I want to encourage people because I found this out, it's not as expensive as you think.
It's not.
Sometimes we feel like, well, clean eating is going to cost me a fortune.
It's not. When it comes to clean eating, and it can be, I'm not gonna front, it can be just a little bit pricier when you are actually picking up stuff off the grocery, off the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
But in when you actually look at which you're costing your life, you're costing your time, you're costing your joints to where you are knocking off ages. You're knocking off years of your life. And I'll rather buy this $4 jar of something versus this $2 if that means I get 2 extra years.
Right,
If that means I can
absolutely.
still go do the things that I want to do and not have to sit out because my body not feeling right. Most of
Right.
us think, especially older people, they think, oh, I'm just getting old. Oh, my knees just getting bad, just arthritis sitting in. No, it's just all the stuff over time that's in your body is starting to tell you, like, look, that don't mean you're just getting old. I have clients that range from different ages, and they're moving better than a lot of these 20-year-olds now
Mm-hmm.
because it's not about just getting old.
Well, I think we learn as we do get older that anything that you neglect will show you the signs of
Oh
neglect.
yes,
That's not just your body, that's your relationships, that's your hair, that's anything. Like
oh
if you
yes.
neglect these things, they're going to show the signs
Hmm.
that you neglected them.
And
And
that's how most autoimmune people have. We've been neglecting a lot of things, but we're just sensitive. We're not
right,
like the average person. Most
yeah.
people autoimmune, we have a different type of body to where our sensitivity charts is just off the roof. That's why we are hurting at extreme rates compared to the average person. They can go eat McDonald's, and we can't eat McDonald's because McDonald's gonna have us in the bed for the next 2 days.
You know, I have often wondered why all of a sudden you see people that are allergic to gluten and a lot of these other things, but I don't think it's all of a sudden. I think they just became aware of it.
Yeah.
Like it just became a thing. These people were probably sick for years
Oh yeah.
and never knew that
It's
it was
just
the
like,
gluten.
oh, it's just the age. Oh, it's just weight gain. It's just natural. That's not natural. Something's wrong, and you just need to figure it out what's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with that being said, we're going to take a little break and pause for a cause with a word about one of our sponsors. So, are you looking for a delicious snack pack with protein? Without the additives and preservatives, we have just the thing for you. Jay the Peanut Man has delicious gourmet oven roasted peanuts, the best boiled peanuts in Texas, and homemade oven roasted peanut butter. Their products are vegan friendly, gluten free, and non GMO. They ship nationwide, and all products are vacuum sealed for maximum freshness. Choose from mouthwatering flavors like lemon pepper, fajita taco ranch, banging curry, and Jamaican jerk. You're hungry now, right? I know. So hop on over to jthepeanutman.com to place your order now and tell them Stunner Radio sent you. Thank you so much to Jay the Peanut Man. And we are going to get back into our discussion with Jasmin Tia. Now, Jasmin, tell us a little bit more about you outside of your holistic wellness.
Okay, so wait, which part of me though? Because there's
As much as
many
we got
parts
time
of me.
for.
Okay, so outside of my company JWU, I actually do many things. I also have a jewelry business, and that is making custom healing jewelry to actually aid you on your health journey.
Oh, wow. Healing
Yes,
jewelry.
yes, it's actually this is one of the pieces that I've made, and
Okay.
it's just different things. All different type of crystals do different things, whatever you need. Another one of my businesses is eyelash extensions. I've been
Okay.
doing eyelash extensions before, the health route has called me. I became an esthetician.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my business, I do eyelash extensions and also teach them as well to those wanting to learn how to do that. And then my last business, I'm also a dancer, a swing dancer, and we also instruct as
Okay.
well.
That's awesome.
Yes, ma'am. We specialize in lady styling. So kind of get you back into putting you into the dance because swing it is a 1-2 step. You count it. And
Uh-huh.
most people when you count, it's like, well, 1, 2, and they don't put them and they lose themselves in the count and the dance trying to make sure it's perfect.
Mhm.
Well, when you come to AWT, we teach you how to put you inside of the count. So
I like that. I like that. So swing dancing.
Oh yes.
Is that anything like Chicago stepping?
Oh, it's yes, it is, but it's different type of count, different movement, different foot you start on. I actually do Chicago step as well.
Well, I'm gonna have to come and get a little refresher.
No, but I'm not an instructor of Chicago step. Oh no, I'm a baby at Chicago step.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a little rusty on my stepping, but I would like to learn the swing. Is it called swing out? Swing
It's
in?
DFW swing out.
Swing out.
The one I do is DFW swing out. That's the one we teach in, and I've actually been doing that since I was about 13 years old.
Oh wow. Okay, so you are definitely an instructor in that.
Yes, ma'am.
You'll get around that. So, what would you tell people who want to learn how to do the swing out?
Do it. Don't wait. Just do it. You don't really have to have a partner, just because when you go out, there have people in the classes that separates the man and woman. Everyone rotates. There's different types of class that you can go to, and it's something you can meet a lot of people. Most of my friends come from the swing out world.
Okay.
Most of the people that I rather hang with are in the swing out world, just because it is a community and it's very fun, especially if you know how to handle yourself and separate from drama.
Yeah.
Once you separate yourself from other people's drama, it's amazing. It's my happy place.
And dancing is very therapeutic as well. I mean, it makes you feel good.
Oh, yes.
It's good exercise. So there's always reasons to join the class and do swing out. When it comes to your jewelry, how do you know what crystals people need and what crystals do what?
So first, I have a crystal Bible. It's like a thick book like this with all different types of crystal in it, because I don't know every single crystal in the world. There's too many to know. I only know my personal ones. But whenever I am talking to a prospective client that wants jewelry, I ask them what are they looking for. So I'm like, what type of energy are you want to attract inside of your life? What do you want to repel? Like what are your goals in life? And so we ask all these questions, and within those questions I kind of pick out crystals for them, and then I let them choose. Once they see exactly what that crystal does, I let them choose, okay, I want that. And I'm like, okay, well, now we go to the decorative stuff and figure out color and size and all that.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So if a person wants to attract wealth, what type of crystal would they use?
If they want to attract wealth, I would probably recommend a citrine crystal.
Okay.
Yes, just because it does a lot of things on top of that wealth, but you only attract it when you know that that's going to come to you.
Okay. That makes sense. And that's even without a crystal.
Yeah.
You got to know what you want in life
everything
to get it.
Oh, yeah. Everything you put out in the world, expect to receive that back. So if you're putting out nasty, negative vibes and low frequencies, you're going to get that back. And that's why a lot of people, when they are not happy, they're attracting a lot of negative stuff. And until they make a change in their life, it's only going to continue to be negative. But once they start, living in this positive realm, they're going to only start to see the greatness. And that goes back to my health journey when I was at home, because I used to cry every night to sleep because I was in so much pain.
Yeah.
And I just thought that I was sick. Now, this is what it's supposed to be. This is just my life. And I got worse and worse and worse and worse. Well, when I went to my first doctor's appointment with my holistic doctor, she gave me hope again. And once she sparked that hope in me, that hope took me to where I am now, because I started thinking on the positive round, because I was so far down. I'm like, it can't go no more worse than that.
Right.
I'm always at the bottom.
It could always be worse.
The way it was for me, look, I don't think it could get no worse than what it was.
It felt like it couldn't get worse, but it could always get worse.
That is true.
One thing I wanted to talk about when I, realized that you were coming on the show, because you talk about holistic wellness, I think some people just attribute that to the body and sometimes don't realize that's also your mental health.
Oh, yes.
Your spiritual health.
Oh, yes.
So let's talk a little bit about that in terms of attracting, because I've often said to people who are healers or have healing energy, you attract brokenness. Now, how do we change that? Now, I know you're probably like, girl, I don't know. But I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe you do.
So So when it comes, and this is actually my favorite part of the healing and holistic wellness, is because once you put yourself in the right state of mind and know what you deserve and know your value and are willing to do the proper things to help you keep that same mindset with blocking out all of the negativity from everyone else, because when you are going through a journey like that, everyone has something to say.
Yes,
everybody always has something to say.
Is true.
And when you block them out and just keep your eye on the goal that you have for yourself, and a lot of times that come with not sharing it with people.
Okay.
Because you're protecting that positivity, and you keep that positivity protected, it's only going to grow more and more and more and more, because you don't have those negative coming in trying to put those thoughts in here like, well, that is kind of unrealistic. I don't care if it's unrealistic. Keep going and keep thriving, because it will happen.
Right.
And I've actually, when you say healers attract brokenness, I've actually felt that a lot of time. But in my opinion, I don't feel that no more. I don't attract brokenness no more, because a part of me was still broken myself.
And I think sometimes when you like to fix,
exactly,
those type of people who like to fix things,
because you're trying to run away from your own issues.
Yes.
So you're going to attract other people's issues, because you still got big issues. It's like, well, I don't want to deal with mine, so let me go help somebody with theirs. Granted, you may have a lot to tell them and help them out their issues, but you still haven't dealt with yourself.
Right. And that is the bigger part of the journey. Because that's the person that you're with 24/7.
Yes, you really have to look at yourself in the mirror and basically expose yourself. Look at all the negative qualities and just accept yourself for who you are.
Now you're talking my language.
Yeah, because a lot of us do have negativity in us, and that's not to say it's going to stay there.
You have the power to get it.
Yes.
To expel it.
Yes, you can.
I say this all the time when I do speaking engagements and I talk about self-love and acceptance. One of the main things I tell people to do when they think it's crazy or silly or superficial, I don't see how this can help. But I'm telling you, it really does help. I tell people, go home, get in the mirror, bucket naked. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Bucket. I mean, no clothes, no nothing. Look at yourself and just accept it.
Yeah.
Okay? Love it, because it's what you got. It's who you are. Don't let the world put these standards on you. Well, this ain't good enough, that ain't good enough. Because if you listen to society,
you're going to be in a world of trouble.
Yeah, you'll never be good enough.
You never be good enough, because, even the people who we're looking up to, they still not even good enough for what they want to be. And it's like, you're really only good enough for TV. But when you take all that TV away, the glitz and glam, the makeup, do I still look up to you?
Right.
No, I don't. I just like the stuff that you're putting out there, but that's really not who you are.
But see, I just feel like we put so much emphasis on the physical, and that's what
we do.
Blocks people's journey when they're trying to love themselves. Their journey to self-love, they get tripped up because they're so caught on the physical.
Yeah, the journey to self-love, that physical is huge. But the thing that most people don't realize, that physical, that's just a side effect of real issues, deeper issues that we don't really go to. And when I say that, and I only can say that because I've been to professionals spending over $200 an hour to get help and try and, get myself on a way to actually help people. And I had to go back, apologize to myself, my kid self, my teenage self, and tell myself, I'm sorry for making you feel bad about, having a stomach and the next person hitting. I'm sorry I made you feel bad about being spoiled just because they were mad that their parents didn't do for them.
Yes.
And I had to apologize. And that's the true, self-love, when you can accept all of the qualities that everyone says is negative.
Right.
It's like, you know what? You may feel this way, but I don't care. You're not going to make me feel some type of way about myself, because that's just who I am.
That's who I came here as.
Exactly.
I'm not going to change who God sent me to this earth as because it don't fit your program. Because clearly there was a plan. Right. And you wasn't part of it. And, I had to learn that at a very early age because I've always been like you. I've been a young leader, like my whole life. Yeah. I've always been that person, a leader, lightweight, bossy, always the one in charge. Even when I wasn't in charge, I was in charge. It just
came to you.
It was just my thing.
Yeah.
And thank God I had a father in my life, and my dad would always say, don't let anybody change you, because if you were a boy, you would be applauded and pat on the back. It's only because you're a female. But do not let that bother you, because your time will come. Your time will come. Don't change. And there were so many times when I was just like, I need to change this to fit in.
Yeah.
Because I won't have no friends.
I'm grateful that my mother has instilled in me a lot of value. So even though I did struggle very little, I still struggled. But I just knew that I was not going to change who I was. I was always different. I always used to cry to my mom. I just want to be a normal 16-year-old. I want to do stupid stuff. And she was like, you want to do stupid stuff like a 16-year-old and have a stupid mistake happen like a 16-year-old
Right.
too? And I was like, no, I don't want the mistakes, but I just want to be able to do stupid stuff. I'm tired of being responsible. I'm tired of being the different one. And she was like, but that's what makes you you. And I'm so grateful that even though, yes, I struggled with accepting that part of me, I did not compromise it. And I'm just like, okay, well, she said it's going to go work. So I'm just going to still be me. I'm still going to be the quiet person that I am. If I want to do something, I'm still going to do it. If I want to say something, I'm still going to say it.
Yeah.
And gratefully, that has helped me. And I realized that that's actually a superpower of mine, to actually be me, wear whatever I want to wear, because my style is very different than most.
Mine too.
I will rock whatever I want to rock. I don't care if it matches. If I like it, I like it. And it's like having that confidence in yourself. It's like, even though it don't match with society standards, everybody's like, dang, I wish I could do that. Dang, she don't even care. She don't look right. But I do look right. I just don't look like society want me to look, but I still look good though.
Right. I mean, it's all in the matter of perspective.
Right.
How you see right and wrong. I mean, if you like it, it's good.
Right.
I mean, I can relate to that. That is so much a part of holistic living, because most things that lead people into substance abuse and abusing their body, bad habits, is because they can't accept themselves.
Yes.
They look in the mirror and they don't like that person. And the sad thing about it is there's something beautiful about every single human being.
Yes.
Every single human being. And when we listen to society telling us, well, if you look more like this, you would be beautiful. If you look more like that, you would be beautiful.
And you know what's crazy? Society, they're not the first person to do that to us. Our parents are the first people who, make us feel some type of way about ourselves. And that can be in the smallest of ways, and them not even trying to purposely do it.
Yes.
It's like, I'm mad or I'm sad over, doing something. Stop all that crying. Don't be so sensitive. Well, I'm just a sensitive person, and you making me feel bad for being the person that I am. So now when I go out society, my own parents can't accept me, then how am I going to find acceptance in my peers and everybody else? Because the people who are supposed to love me unconditionally, regardless of what I do, how I do, they're not doing that. So I'm going to go try and do everything to impress everybody else, including my parents.
Right. And I have really, really, really missed out on some of these comments because of the show. Hey, Darren Baker. Darren is tuned in. He says, great conversation. Thank you so much, Darren, for your comments. Listen, this is the thing that I really love about Jasmin, is because she's so young and has so much wisdom, and we need to encourage that in our young people. You don't have to wait till you get 48 to get it right. You can get it right in your 20s. It's okay. But I love what you said about your parents being the people that kind of mold you into self-love and self-acceptance, but also siblings.
Oh, yes, siblings too.
Siblings have a great role in that. I remember being a little girl, and when it was time to eat, my parents, we set the table. Now, I don't do that because most of the time I don't have time. We eat on TV trays. I'm trying to watch movies, work on the computer and all that kind of stuff. But when I was growing up, we had a table for dinner. They set the table. Like, it's unheard of now. But my siblings and I had the responsibility of putting the silverware and all that out. And they would always, at my place, put a big spoon. And I had a complex for so long because they would say, she get the big mouth spoon because she got a big mouth. And I had a complex for so long because they told me I had the big mouth, because I talk so much.
And see,
and give me the big mouth spoon.
That still goes back to the parents, because the parents is the ones that is raising them too.
And should have said
that's not okay.
Don't tease her. Yeah,
exactly.
But eventually I embraced it. So when I was at the table, I put the big spoon too.
Right.
And I'd be like, not only do I have a big mouth, I got the big spoon and I want everything big. It's all good. Big is going to be my life. So let's go with it.
Yes, everyone's always going to have something to say about what we do and how we do it. Might as well embrace what we
Yes,
are.
definitely.
I mean, it is probably the truth. Most likely it is the truth. It's just the truth that we don't want to accept.
Yeah, it was the truth.
But you know, I'm going to just accept all my truth. You know,
yes.
You ain't gonna make me feel bad about me being me.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes us unique. It's nothing like a whole world full of the same. That's boring,
really.
You know, and so we should definitely embrace the things that make us unique. With that being said, we are going to take another commercial break and talk about one of our sponsors. Talking about being unique. Hey, ladies, don't hide your curves, own your curves. Want to be bold, sophisticated, and ready for any occasion? We know you do. So visit the Dorcas Collection by Denae for all your fashion needs. No fashionista is complete without her go-to dress, jumpsuit, or classic pant. Get yours today and give your wardrobe an upgrade. The Dorcas Collection by Denae is a one-stop clothing concierge service offering a collection of exclusive one-of-a-kind pieces and couture custom creations. Visit the Dorcas Collection by Denae.com today and tell them Stunner Radio sent you. Shout out to Denae and the Dorcas Collection. So we are wrapping up a little bit and we want to allow you some time to tell us where we can find you, how we can support you, and all the services that you offer.
Okay, so you can always find me on Facebook at JW Holistic Healing. You can find my jewelry page also on Facebook at the Eartha Joe Collection.
Okay, Eartha Joe, I like that.
Yes, and it's spelled Eartha just like Eartha Kitt.
All right.
And then you also can just find me on Facebook at Jasmin Tia and ask any question that you need. And if you don't know exactly where to get any type of business from that I offer, you can always just personally inbox me on Facebook and I'll get you to the right avenue so we can get that handled.
Okay, all right. So we're going to have a little fun in our last few minutes. I'm doing a new segment on my show called Off the Dome. So I'm going to ask you some questions. I want you to come off the dome. Don't think about it. Just come straight off the dome. So my first question is, Jasmin Tia for president, what is your slogan for your campaign?
Vote for me and I'll set you free.
Oh, I like that. Vote for me and I will set you free. Now, some people may definitely vote for you for that. All right. Okay. Now, Jasmin Tia, what color best describes you?
Right now, red.
Red, and why?
Just because it stands out and it pops, and red can go with literally anything in my opinion.
Okay, all right. Okay, now Jasmin, if you were a cocktail, what flavor and what ingredients would be in your cocktail that sum up who you are?
Okay, so I definitely gotta have vodka in there.
All right.
And it's gonna be organic vodka, of course.
Okay.
I've actually found that in the stores. With a light hint of lavender. I like the way the lavender tastes in the drinks, but also with I need something that's like kind of mint.
Oh, mint.
Because I do got a little spiciness to me at times, so I can, catch you off guard a little bit. And then also, I don't know if this drink will taste good though.
I'm trying to picture it.
I need probably some strawberries.
Strawberries?
And a little dash of lemon.
Strawberries, mint, lemon, and vodka. It sounds
and
good
lavender.
to me. And lavender.
Do you ever had lavender in your drink?
I did. I've had a lavender martini before.
Yeah, it's soft.
And it was fabulous.
It's soft, so I can.
Hey, that's kind of like what we're working on here with your cocktail.
Right.
I like that. Okay, so if you were a car, what type of car would you be?
What type of car would I be? I would probably be a family car.
A family? Oh, wow. That's different. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be nothing fast or fancy. No, I would be a fancy family car because I'm pretty fancy.
A sedan.
One of those cool little one of them mom vehicles.
Oh, wow.
That's like not an SUV thing, but halfway a little bit. But I want like all chromed out, nice, but still can have family in there because everyone gets healing.
Oh, I like that. All right.
And I'm reliable. Family cars are reliable.
I like that. Now, if we had to pick a genre of music to sum up you, what genre would that be?
Soul mixed with funk.
All right, so a soul funk fusion.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it.
Mhm.
So since this segment is new, I'm gonna answer these questions for myself too. What type of music I would be? Hip hop, baby, because I'm coming straight from the hip. And sometimes I'm gonna cut you. Sometimes I might be a little raunchy, and sometimes I'm gonna feel the spirit. So I'm definitely gonna be hip hop. Now the type of car, I have to say a Jag because it's classic. It's always going to be sleek and sophisticated, and the price ain't cheap. Also, if I was a color, I would have to say purple because not only is it a mix between red and blue, because I feel like I'm hot and cold, so red
Mhm.
and blue, kind of like hot and cold, but also because it's royalty, and I feel
True.
like purple is the color for my personality. If if I was running for president, my slogan would be Lisa Denae, if you want a job, vote for me. I'm going to provide jobs, baby. Everybody working, everybody working. So I will be the jobs president. Now, as far as a cocktail, I'm just going to be straight up a shot of tequila
Oh.
with no chaser.
Oh.
That's it for me. I'm a shot.
Oh.
I'm a shot with no chaser. So
Now I gotta sneak up on you. I gotta sneak up
yeah,
on you.
you do the sneak. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. You know, that's
Still
really good.
powerful, but I'm sneak up on
Still
you.
powerful. Yeah, that'll knock
Mhm.
you out. It tastes good going down.
Right. Better watch
Mine is
out.
that burn. It's gonna give you that burn. So I want to thank you so much for being a guest on the show today. I really enjoyed talking with you. Again, I want to encourage everybody visit her. You have a website also.
Yes, it's www.juicewithus.com. And so with us, the JW Holistic Healing, we focus on alleviating your chronic pain naturally caused by autoimmune disorders. So we are coaching, we're teaching you how to take your power back and reset your immune system in order to set you up for a completely different life to where you can have this lifestyle for the rest of your life and not just for this moment.
Oh, for the rest of your life. I
Hmm.
love that
Yes.
because you are right. Sometimes we go through these cycles in our life when we're on this diet, that diet, and we look good for a couple, 2, 3 years, and then we drop that diet and we,
Yeah, no, we
go
set you
downhill
up
a
for a
little bit.
lifetime. We set you
Yes.
up for a lifetime of healing and health, teaching you everything you need to know as far as, getting out there. You want to go out to brunch with your girls. Okay, do that, drink what you want to drink. But when you get home the next day, you know exactly what you need to do to get your system back aligned to where you're not going to have any type of pain, hurt, and all that stuff.
That's really good because, I do know this when you're starting to eat healthy and change your eating and exercise lifestyle, it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, and you
I
can
mean,
miss
you
the other
just,
life.
yeah, because really you're scared to eat anything. You're just
Right.
looking at, can I eat this? Is this going to be good for me? I don't know. I'd rather just not eat at all. And that's not good.
Right. That's
No,
not good at all. And all we ask for is 3 months, 3 months of the rest of your life
three
to help
months.
reset your life and give you your health back. We put your health
All
in your
right.
hands.
That's what's up. Juicewithus.com
Yes.
for more information. 3 months is all they ask, and you will see a difference. So, if you're looking to change your life and be more healthy, a holistic approach to living, definitely visit the website at juicewithus.com. I want to be free. That's what Darren is saying.
Look, it's
So,
the
we're
best
going to
way
vote
to
for you.
be.
He's gonna vote for you,
It's the
Jasmine
best
Tia.
way to
I
be.
want to be free, but let me let y'all know one thing about freedom. It ain't free.
It
Freedom come
is
at a cost.
it come at a lot of cost and even some sacrifice, but it's so worth it.
Yes, it is
So
worth
worth
it.
it.
I wouldn't want to be any other way but free.
Hmm.
Do you avoid? Do you exercise a lot? Is what Darren is asking.
I actually have not been to the gym in 2.5 years, and I've lost 50 pounds throughout my process of healing my body. The only thing I use is a hypervibe machine. And so, what the hypervibe does, it's shaking up your body at fast, fast rates, loosening up your lymphatic system and help draining the toxins out of your body, and also tightens up your skin in the process. 10 minutes on your hypervibe equates to like an hour in the gym.
What is a hyper vibe? What does it look like?
It's like okay. So have you ever been to the gym and seen these people on this machine and their body's just like doing this? Really,
Yeah, I've
that's the
seen
hyper
that.
vibe.
Okay.
And it also comes like different types of exercises on it, different types of things that if you want to do exercise and build a certain thing, it comes with that as well. And we also are an affiliate with them. So if you wanted to get a hyper vibe, you can get 10% off your order with the promo code Juice with Us.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Please take advantage of that.
You do not need to go to the gym, and you literally just stand there. Now, if you want to go to the gym, exercise, that's even better. I mean, I would rather sit on my hypervibe and stand on my hypervibe because I ain't got to do the extra work and I don't have to leave my house.
And so it kind of like shakes your body up?
Yeah, it shakes your body up. And as long as you stand up straight with proper posture, you will be great.
Wow.
Yes, that is exactly what it is.
Awesome.
And it is a well worth it investment.
Wow. Okay, I would definitely look into that.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently got an elliptical, and I'm gonna tell you, it's kicking my behind. But I'm on it, and I'm working it out because I have to get up and get moving.
All you need is 10 minutes with the hypervibe.
10 minutes with the hypervibe. That's kind of real attractive right now.
It's amazing. I got one. My mom got one. My aunt got one. We all got one.
Wow. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. So we do always close the show with a message to my people. So I would love for you to give a message to our community, just a message of uplifting, encouragement, whatever is on your heart.
Okay, so message that I have for everyone is basically live for you. Stop trying to, be something for someone else. Always strive for greatness and health just because we all deserve it. Everyone deserves to live their best life, literally. And as long as you're living for you and also living for the Most High, then, everything that you want, everything that you require, it will come to you as long as you're doing everything with love and light in your heart.
I like that. Absolutely. So my message to my people today is, I always separate it. like to talk to the black men and I talk to the black women. So today I'm going to say to the black men, I always give you words of encouragement, but I want to say this today because we have been all week, I've been talking with friends and even noticing things online about dating and people finding it hard to date. And a lot of people say they're lonely in this world, but then when they have an opportunity to be with somebody, they don't know really how to deal with that. So what I would like to encourage you to do is, if you don't learn how to do anything else, learn how to receive love. Sometimes you don't get it so much that you don't really know how to receive it. So that's what I would like to say to our black men that are listening right now. If you can't learn anything else, learn this: how to receive a compliment, how to receive love. Everybody is not out to get you. It feels like that sometimes, but believe me, somebody out there really does love you. And if you're not used to it, I know it seems like, what do you want? Like, are you trying to swindle me? What's your angle? Sometimes a person really just feeling you. So learn how to receive love. What I would say to the black women is, like I always like to say this to you, is something that Jasmin said earlier in the show, and it just really stuck with me as far as healing. Learning how to heal your own self. When she found out that she was sick, she said, I need to seek healing. I need to figure out how to heal myself. And sometimes in physical ailments and spiritual and mental ailments, we look for a quick fix, like a Band-Aid. We're not really looking for healing. We're looking for relief from the pain. So I would like to encourage us all, seek healing, because whatever you've experienced in your life that has caused you trauma and pain, it shows every single day. Just talk to somebody for 5 minutes and I guarantee some of their pain gonna come out. Because we all have experienced pain and hurt, and it comes out in the most unexpected ways and without our permission a lot of time. So I would encourage you to seek healing. So that is it for our show. I want you guys to go on over to LisaDenae.com and check out your girl's music. Let me tell you something. My song was featured in a short film this week, and I was on cloud 9. I was just like, yes, the film is awesome. So check out The Sins of Today on YouTube by Miss Cat TV. And my song is featured in the opening. My song Smoke, featuring David Cadence. Please check that out. I want to give thanks and shout out to Vanguard Radio and the Al Rucker Show. To learn more about Vanguard Media, visit VanguardMediaLLC.com. And be sure to check your local listings for the Al Rucker Show or visit alruckershow.com. I love you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.